Welcome to another episode of How to Become a Successful YouTuber. We will not waste time and start directly from where we left in episode 1.
Yeah, how do you find that sweet spot, that one thing? Well, the sources suggest it lies at the intersection of three key things: your genuine passion, your actual skills or knowledge, and real market demand. Passion, skills, demand. You got to love it enough to stick with it. You need to be good enough at it to actually provide value. And crucially, there has to be an audience out there who cares about or needs what you're offering. And are there certain niches that tend to do better? Financially, maybe, consistently, areas like finance, technology, education, and lifestyle content often come up as potentially high earning. But these are broad categories, right? The real power often lies in drilling down into micro niches. Don't just pick, say, travel that's huge, super competitive. Consider specializing like a budget travel for Indian students studying in the US, or sustainable tiny home living. That's super specific. No. Okay, so you're serving a very targeted group, exactly. A targeted, engaged group.
You're not trying to compete with the giant travel vloggers. You're building a dedicated community around a very specific interest or need that can be incredibly valuable. Okay, so you have an idea, maybe a micro niche. How do you know if it's actually viable? You need to validate your niche with data. Yeah, not just guess, absolutely crucial.
Don't just assume people want it. Research is key. You need to look at trends, check out the competition. How saturated is it, right? And really gauge audience interest. How do you do that, practically? Well, a simple tool is Google Trends. You can compare different keywords over time, like compare paneer recipe versus chicken recipe maybe, or PUBG versus GTA for gaming. See which topics have growing interest, which are declining. This helps you pick something that's maybe more future-proof, has sustained interest, rather than a fad that's fading or an area.
That's just possibly crowded. You can also, look at people also ask on Google or check what smaller channels in this space are doing successfully. What about changing your mind, like niche flexibility and evolution if you're just starting out? Say first 10 videos under 100 subs. Should you be agonizing over the perfect niche? No, definitely not at that stage.
That's what Ali Abdaal calls the get-going stage. The absolute priority there is just to start creating, make videos. Learn the process. Find your rhythm. Don't get paralyzed by trying to find the perfect niche right away. Okay, so you get going, you make some videos. But then maybe you realize, this isn't quite right. Or, I want to shift direction. What? Then good question. If you decide to change, the advice is generally to try moving into a sub-niche that's related to what you're already doing.
Like if you have a broad tech channel, maybe you start making more videos specifically about, say, video editing software. It keeps your core audience interested but allows you to specialize a bit more. Well, what if it's a totally different direction, like tech reviews to, personal finance? If the content is completely different, then the recommendation is often to start a new channel, really, a whole new channel. It sounds drastic, but it avoids confusing the algorithm. The algorithm struggles to classify channels with mixed signals, and it avoids alienating your existing audience who subscribe for tech, not finance. You want clear signals, which brings us back to that consistency rule. Sticking to your niche seems vital. It is. Don't post random unrelated stuff on your main channel. Save that for your personal Instagram or whatever when your channel becomes a mixed bag. The algorithm gets confused about who to show your videos to, and your audience gets confused about what to expect. Exactly, and that inconsistency, including niche deviation, is cited again and again, is a primary reason why channels just fizzle out or die. It's like your specialty shop suddenly selling random junk. Customers get confused. They leave.
Okay, crystal clear, stick to your shop's specialty. Right now you've thought about your niche, your content direction. Let's talk Module 3 channel setup. Professional first impressions. Because let's be real, that first impression counts, right? You want to look legit from day one? Oh, massively, even if you're just starting. So first up, branding for memorability and SEO. Your channel name needs to be two things: memorable, easy for people to recall and share, and also optimized for search. Make it easy for people to find you. And the channel description, often overlooked, hugely important aim for a good chunk of text. Maybe at least 1,000 characters, and pack it with relevant keywords related to your niche. This isn't just for people reading it. It's crucial data for YouTube to understand your channel's focus and who to show it to. It boosts discoverability. Then there's the visual side, visual identity, your channel's face. We're talking banners, logos, and the big one, thumbnails. Thumbnails are critical, often the first. Sometimes the only thing a potential viewer sees in a sea of other videos. It's your videos. Billboard, it's shop window, so let's do that quick deep dive. You mentioned principles for professional thumbnails.
What's the setup? Okay, so typically you'll want standard HD dimensions like 1920 by 1080 pixels. Keep the resolution web friendly like 72 ppi. That ensures it looks crisp on pretty much any screen. Got it. And techniques, you mentioned using shadows. Yes, little shadows can make a huge difference. Think about using like a soft brush tool in whatever software you use, Photoshop, Canva, whatever, with adjusted flow and opacity. Add gentle shadows under text, under objects, even under a person's hand. If they're in the thumbnail to make things pop exactly, it adds depth. Dimension makes it feel much more professional, less flat than just a basic image.
Okay, and what's this crispy thumbnail a secret? How do you get that really sharp pro look, right? So after you've got your design elements in place, there's often a final polishing step. A lot of pros use filters like Camera, Raw Filter in Photoshop, or similar tools elsewhere here. You can adjust contrast saturation, but the key things are often adding a bit of texture and a slight amount of grain. Texture and grain, why it sounds weird, but it helps mimic the subtle imperfections. You see, in high-quality print or film, it makes the digital image feel richer, less sterile, and flat on screen. It just catches the eye, makes it feel higher. Quality helps it stand out interesting. So design done made it crispy. How do you save it? Export as a high-quality JPG. Make sure the file size stays under YouTube's limit, which is usually to MB. And a pro tip, use online preview tools to see how your thumbnail actually looks on different devices. Mobile desktop TV can look very different. Good tip and for ideas. Yeah, you said don't just copy competitors. Please don't. Inspiration, not imitation.
Look at what, say, 2 or 3 creators are doing, but across different niches. Well, it forces you to synthesize to create a unique blend. If you only look at direct competitors, you risk just making a slightly worse version of their thumbnail, looking broader sparks, more original ideas, smart. Okay. Other quick setup wins, engagement boosters. Yeah, consider a channel trailer or really engaging intro video, something that immediately hooks your target audience, sets the tone. Also optimize your channel layout, especially for mobile. Most people watch on phones now, and organize your videos into clear, logical playlists. It helps people find stuff. Binge watch, boost engagement, big time, makes sense.
Keep them watching. Okay, now for the main event module for video creation from idea to upload. This is the real engine room, right? Absolutely. This is where your vision hits the screen and connects.
Rest of the discussion we will be having in our next episode. Stay tuned. Meanwhile, you may write and comment if you have any queries or need any tips. We will answer them as well.
Of course, you may subscribe to this channel for more updates like this. Though there is no hurry, and you may do it whenever you have time.